beautiful crown rockers. It's me, Bree, here with the best hair tips, tricks, must-follow advice, and not forgetting the homemade hair mask. Welcome back to another episode of the Crown Rockers. On my last episode, I told you guys that I will have to do an entire episode on protective hairstyles. So for today's episode, I will be sharing with you some protective hairstyles that will work for any hair type. Our natural hair is the most versatile hair, and there are so many protective hairstyles and looks naturalists can wear to achieve longer hair. Protective hairstyles are one of the most common and effective ways to grow hair. Not only can a protective style help hair to grow, but it also helps to protect the hair from damage and helps to maintain hydration. Beyond the hair health benefits it can provide, protective styles are fun to wear and can save you a lot of time on your hair routine. Let me touch a little bit on the benefits of protective styling. A protective hairstyle is any hairstyle that keeps your hair tucked away to protect your hair and minimize damage. These styles protect your hair from tugging, pulling, and breakage due to manipulation, heat, and environmental factors. So extreme temperatures in the summer and winter can cause damage to your hair. Protective styles are perfect for maintaining your hair while it is growing out. In addition to retaining length, some added benefits include protecting edges from thinning, maintaining moisture, and the styles require low maintenance. So there are a few things that we should know before getting a protective hairstyle. Like how long to wear the style for, how to prep your hair before a protective hairstyle, and maintaining your protective style. So first, let's talk about how long you should wear a style for. Protective styles are worn for a minimum of a few days, up to about 8 weeks. But I recommend keeping a protective hairstyle in for 6 weeks. You wouldn't want to keep a style in for more than 2 months because then your hair can become dehydrated. And that can cause you to have increased scalp tension, and we don't want that. For this reason, it's important to learn how to moisturize your scalp properly to maintain healthy hair and promote growth. Now let's talk about how to prep your hair before getting a protective hairstyle. Before installing any type of protective hairstyle, you have to make sure that your hair is in optimal health before tucking it away for a while. Here are some steps you should take to prepare your natural hair before styling it. Firstly, remember to trim. In preparation for a new look, make sure to get rid of any split or dead ends. Even if you haven't noticed any extreme damage to your ends, getting a trim every 3 or so months is an important healthy hair habit. If your hair is not trimmed, it can cause more breakage and damage will go up towards the shaft of the hair. Getting regular trims will not only look and feel good, but your hair will be easier to detangle. My second step is to wash. To get the most out of your protective style, your hair must be washed conditioned, and moisturized before the style is installed. On your wash day, do not forget to incorporate a deep conditioning treatment to ensure your hair is as strong and healthy as possible before putting the style in for the next few days or weeks. Alright, so let's talk about maintaining your protective style. I know after the time we sit in a chair for long periods of time to get our protective styles done, we want to get the most out of it. So to keep your look hydrated, healthy, and fresh, you will need the right products and protect your hair at night. Wear a headscarf or use a silk pillowcase. You can tie a satin or silk scarf, or you can use a bonnet, one of those silk bonnets, on your head to maintain the moisture and keep this style from frizzing. Each morning you will need little to no products and manipulation to get your hair ready for the day. Now let me give you some insight on a few protective hairstyles you can do, and you can find which best suits your hair type. So when choosing your protective hairstyle, there are 3 things you would want to consider: your hair length, your hair type, and your hair texture. So knowing your hair type and identifying your hair goals and figuring out what you will be doing while wearing this style will help you pick the right one. There's so many styles you can choose from based on your hair goals and needs. Cornrows. Cornrows are a popular and versatile protective hairstyle that can be worn on all hair types and lengths. Cornrows can be worn by both men and women. Cornrows are a style of hair braiding in which the hair is braided flat to the scalp. If you want to have fun with it, you can add hair extensions and create different design patterns when using braiding hair. The top knot bun is one of the easiest styles to achieve, and it can be styled in so many different ways. This style is best used by both men and women. I know some men with really long hair just put the hair in a bun and probably tie the ends around the hair and leave it there because it's easier to do every day. Women do that as well. I find myself doing that a lot. There's so many fun ways in which you can come up with. For women, of course, you can add a side swoop bang or creating a one braid before putting it into a bun. You can also add extensions to create a more full and dramatic look. This is one of my favorites to do. Bantu knots are continuing to be reinvented by everyone around the world. They're worn on red carpets, fashion runways, you name it. They're styled by sectioning your hair and then twisting those sections around themselves, forming tiny knots all around your head. You can wear this protective style for up to 2 weeks. After you take them out, you can wear your curls as a style. It's known as Bantu Knots out. So don't be afraid to try this style. I highly recommend it. I know this one is everyone's favorite, box braids. So this one is very popular, and we tend to do box braids a lot. They are achieved by sectioning the hair off into square shapes, and then we braid it. Sometimes we use braiding hair, extension braided hair as well. This style can be worn in all type of lengths, size, and colors. With the right amount of care, this style can be worn up to 8 weeks. To keep your hair hydrated and healthy while in this natural hair braids. Just use some oil strengtheners to keep your hair hydrated and healthy while in this natural hair braid. All you need to use are those natural hair oils. I've mentioned a few in my past episodes, so if you haven't watched that, you should go look at it. Alright, I know everyone loves this, the crochet braids. They're also known as the latch hook braids. So I know everyone loves these crochet braids. Crochet braids are also known as latch hook braids, which are a special method of braiding your hair, which is a special method of braiding that builds off your hair that's been cornrowed. The extensions are added using a crochet needle. There isn't much you can do with this protective style, but you can switch up the lengths, colors, and size and texture. These protective braids are quick to install and one of the most maintainable protective styles. The many different style options that can be worn on crochet braids are crochet twist outs, crochet box braids, fox locks, water wave crochet braids, and straight crochet braids. Yes, all of those. Alright, so this one is also one of my favorites, the rope twist, or I would call them the two-strand twist. This is where two strands of hair are wrapped around each other to create a twist. Most people like to add extensions to maintain this style and protect their natural hair as much as possible. So you can switch up the twist by wearing them however you please. Whether you can let them down, you can put them in a bun, a ponytail, however you please, half up, half down, you name it. You can put this style anyhow, whichever suits you. This is one of the most versatile protective hairstyles for natural hair growth. So remember that. A wig. Wearing a wig can help a lot as well. I know a lot of us women do that. Wigs are a great protective hairstyle with low manipulation. You can try out so many different cuts, textures, styles, colors, you name it. They're so fun to wear as well. You know, switch up your whole personality. So to ensure the health of your hair underneath, do make sure you add your natural oils to keep it moisturized. You don't want an itchy scalp before you install your wig, okay? I should have talked about this one first. Flat twist. Well, y'all know I love my flat twist, so let's get into it. This is a perfect style for retaining texture and moisture. Not only are flat twists a great protective hairstyle that promotes hair growth, but it's also a cute and fun style to wear on its own. After you've taken out the twist, also known as the twist out, you can leave it just as that. You'll have beautiful curls, believe me, I love them. Okay, so let me tell you how to get these flat twists. So before you section off, you would want to apply some hair cream or hair oil, or even leave-in conditioner, whichever best suits your hair needs. You can even do this after you sectioned off the hair. Just make sure to add those. Okay, so you want to grab a section of the hair and split it into 2 pieces of hair. Stretch the hair out and twist it from the roots to your ends. When you're finished, just twirl the ends of your curl with your finger to seal the twist. Nothing hard, no big job, easy work. So fox locks has become very trendy in today's society. It's been worn around the world by everyone. So fox locks is another popular protective hairstyle you can use. This style is achieved by braiding your natural hair or installing box braids. Then the hair extensions are wrapped around each braid. You can also achieve fox locks by using the crochet method. And this is just by attaching pre-made fox locks to your cornrows. The crochet method is far quicker though. So I know a lot of us try that one. Or we sit for a few hours in a chair to get this single fox locks done. The single fox locks, however, it gives you a more realistic look and it lasts far longer than the crochet method. Alright guys, that's the end of our episode for today. Now do remember to try those protective hairstyles and you can give me a feedback on how well they went for you. Don't forget to join me, Bree, your girl, here for another episode of Crowned Rockers. Bye!